Well, for the first time in a few days, not a lot of sunshine out there. It was bright and sunny this morning, but the clouds moved in this afternoon. As you can see, mainly overcast conditions over the State House right now. 71 degrees our reported temperature. Dew points still, air is pretty dry and less humid, but it's starting to trend upwards a little bit as the system moves in. A slightly bit more muggy days expected on Friday. Winds picking up out of the south as well right now, 14 miles per hour. You're going to begin to see that rain working in once we get through the overnight period. Mostly dry conditions this afternoon. You can see where we are still actually seeing a lot of sunshine and crystal clear blue skies. The Cape and the islands, but starting to see those clouds. It's a very distinct line of cloud cover moving through southeast Mass right now. And the further west you get, the cloudier you get and the cooler temperatures are as a result. We've even had a few sprinkles out there. They are now pushing into southeast Mass from Taunton down to New Bedford. You can see that line between the interstates here, and that extends down out towards the islands as well. That moved through Providence, say about, 20, 30 minutes ago. We actually saw that when I was outside last hit, but they have since pushed fast quickly by, and you can see some more of those lines of light showers extending back to our west. But the heavy stuff, that's going to be coming in during the overnight period, so I want to time that out. Here we are at 10 o'clock, starting to pick up a little bit in coverage, but you don't see those yellows and reds until we get past midnight, and that's where we will see those downpours extending through the Friday morning time frame. So tomorrow morning's rush hour period is not going to be all that great. I would expect a slightly better PM rush, although right now some of the showers look to be lingering back a little bit. This is what I was talking about as improvements come in late. Still cloudy, still some showers around as we head into Saturday morning, but then we should start to see some clearing. And outside of that, just a couple of pop-up showers and maybe a thunderstorm throughout the day on Saturday. We do have an excessive rainfall outlook and a slight chance, or I should say marginal. I can't use that word slight because that is one of the categories here, but a level 1 out of 4, we'll phrase it that way. I think that's a little bit better way to easily understand for the entirety of southern New England. Looking at the rainfall forecast, I'm showing one model here on our Futurecast loop. About 1 to 1.5 inches. There could be some areas that begin to push 2 inches of rainfall. That's been a pretty good agreement amongst all the other models, although some models, outlying ones, have even spit out a couple of 3+ inch totals. So we'll have to really watch where those bands of heaviest rain set up. There is Franklin right now. It's well north of the DR at this point, moving fairly slowly, but it's going to start to pick up speed as these systems typically do once they start getting into the higher latitudes. It is still forecast to make that sharp left turn and begin moving north. And as it does, you can see the forecast remains consistent from yesterday, strengthening into a hurricane with winds over 100 miles per hour. The reason for that, look at how the wind shear becomes less and less, and a much more favorable environment for this storm to begin to strengthen. Also, we've got very, very warm waters and anomalously warm waters, not just in this path, but really the entire Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean. We have seen those numbers running high all season long. So what are we expecting? Some rough surf, high rip currents, and dangerous bathing conditions, also some erosion possible as that storm passes by next week. Fortunately, it gets kicked out of here because there is a front coming through. That should help to push it out to sea. So that's what we're looking at Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week. Temperatures running cool through the entire 7-day. Again, rain tomorrow. Weekend, not so bad, Tiffany.